Hello and welcome to the NS9 postgame show. I'm Cody. That's Ryan. Heaney had his stuff today, and Cruz is on fire. How are we doing today, Ryan? We got to win. That doesn't happen often for you and I.
It doesn't. And hey, afternoons with Cody and Ryan, it's back. It's back,
baby.
And the Pirates decided to celebrate with a 1-0 victory. So we'll take it. Hey, the way this team's constructed, they're going to have to win 1-0 ball games, right? Too bad they couldn't do this like every other time out. But yeah, we'll take it today. And that's 2 in a row. 2 in a row, Cody. One more. If they win tomorrow, it's called a winning streak. It has happened before.
I think I saw you. Did you tweet that yesterday, that clip from Major League?
I didn't, but I love that clip. So
somebody posted it yesterday, and I was like, this is hilarious. I love it. But yes, the Pirates are on the verge. They're on the verge of getting hot, Ryan. Heaney goes 7.1 today. Masterful stuff from Heaney. Masterful stuff from this pitching staff the last 4 starts going 6 or more. How about that?
Yeah. Hey, I mean, look, are we getting into this right off the bat here? Are we starting with Andrew Heaney?
Well, before we do that, let's do some business here. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for all your sports betting action. Baseball season is in full swing, and we're into the home stretch for NBA and NHL playoffs. Has more ways to win in the action with the latest odds, news, and scores, even live in-game betting while the games are being played. With the largest selection of odds on everything from the MLB, NHL, and UFC, BetOnline remains the number one online source for all of your sports wagering info. In between games, head over to the BetOnline casino with all the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino. BetOnline, the game starts here. And Ryan, yeah, we're going to start with the Heaney. I was so impressed with this guy today.
Yep. And by the way, get your hashtag raise it's in. We'll be giving away sandwiches, 4 of them at the end of the show. Yeah, dude, I said it in the off season. I think I tweeted it. And I said it on one of the shows. Everybody talked about the Pirates pitching depth, and I was a little worried because most of it is young guys, Ashcraft, Burrows, Harrington, Bubba Chandler. Like, hey, that's great. These guys are talented. They're prospects, but we haven't seen, much of them in the majors so far or at all. So, I was like, they need to go out and probably sign a veteran. Like it doesn't need to be, Rich Hill or something along those lines. And here they, like 2 weeks later, they signed Andrew Heaney, and he's a veteran pitcher, which, he's done this for years. We know what to expect from him, but I think he's at least through 5 starts, he's blown everybody's expectations out of the water. Just another fabulous performance from him today, 7 1/3 innings. And I said it, I tweeted after he got through 7, I think he was on like 87 pitches or something like that. I was like, just keep him out there. He got another out, let up a hit, and they pulled him for the bullpen, but he's been everything you can ask for from him. This, signing somebody. When was that signing? Like early March, they picked him up.
Yeah, it was like right after I think we came back from Bradenton. Like we didn't even get to see him.
You're not expecting to find a guy going 7 shutout innings every other time out for you. It's this time it's been back to back. So, yeah, they needed to pick up somebody. They go and sign him, and he's been fabulous. And he was fabulous today. Just keeping that Nationals lineup just off balance. He, was pumping the fastball in there, was mixing in the changeup, curveball, slider. Like he threw it all today. And yeah, he had a little bit of trouble, in the second inning. He was a little slow on the double play ball. But, I mean, besides that, it was – in his last start, he cruised through those first 2 innings. kind of got real sporadic in that third inning, and then after that he settled down and went longer into the game. So he's been great, and the pitching obviously hasn't been the problem with this team, but it's nice to have another veteran that you can throw out there and rely on.
Yeah, and going back to what you said about the depth and not knowing who's going to like really be prepared to go in the MLB because there's so many young guys. It's been a theme with the Pirates these last few years to get some veteran arms to supplement the younger guys coming up. And Heaney was a guy that everybody was elated that they signed him because usually, you get a Rich Hill where you're like, what is he going to do? He's like a million years old. You get a Marco
Right.
Gonzalez who's like his elbow is terrible. He can't even feel anything. His nerves are shot. What is he going to do? But then they make this signing of Heaney, and it is paid off, and it's exactly what, not exactly, but it is what Pirates fans have wanted for Ben Cherington to sign, right? A guy who is proven and can give you innings and can give you quality innings and quality starts. He's done that. It's been fantastic. I can't say much more about Andrew Heaney. I'm
Yeah.
all
No, it's been better than just somebody giving you quality innings. I mean, he's
right.
out there, winning 1-0 ball games, essentially. So, yeah. And again, it was just one of those moves because I think when I even tweeted about the pitching depth, a couple people came at me and said, a couple names, and one of them was Andrew Heaney. Like, would you sign him? And I was like, I'd take him. Like, he's a veteran. He's fine. So it was just one of those moves that just made sense for the Pirates to go and do. They actually did it. Too bad we couldn't get a couple of those signings for the hitting side of things as somebody that was proven and not just Tommy Pham. But I digress. It was a win today, so we'll take it. But yeah, man, he was he's not throwing 96, 98 in there, but
Right.
he's just a veteran lefty. He's throwing, keeping him off balance. And the Nationals lineup, it's young. It's got some prospects and Dylan Cruz and James Wood and stuff that they're trying to figure things out. It's not a great lineup by any means, but the pitching has been great this series for the most part of the season, and just continued today. And they needed it because the Pirates offense only scored that lone run, Cody. So we
Right.
needed
And
we needed all the shutout innings.
right. And I want to go back to something that I think Stephen brought up in the pregame show. And it's that, this is a young Nationals lineup, as you said. And going up against a veteran, they may not know, like, oh, this was supposed to fool you and you're swinging away. This Nationals lineup, in my opinion, it's not shabby. They are pretty good. They are decent. They're young, so they don't have the experience of like being in situations, blah blah blah. But they're going to attack the baseball, and they did that today against Andrew Heaney, and Heaney just shut him down. Like he didn't let the young kids take advantage of him, and you can't ask for much more.
Nope. Yeah, he was good. So we'll get into the bullpen here. He comes out for the eighth, gives up a hit, gets it out.
Which I was a little surprised he was coming out for the eighth. Like I get it, you want to stretch the arm as much as you can. He only
Yep.
had like I think 83 pitches at the time,
Yep.
but I was still a little shocked.
Yeah, I was surprised that Shelton did it too because I tweeted out and said, leave him in there because he was cruising. I mean, you just, why mess with it? He wasn't at a crazy high pitch count, so why mess with it? To Shelton's credit, he left him in. He gets, like I said, guy on second, one out. They go with Baraki, which I was fine with. Baraki comes in, gets 2 outs, gets out of the inning. Cody, how about the I can't even think who was at bat, but the third out in that eighth inning for Baraki got to Hayes, down the third baseline,
Oh,
has to move to his right, dive for it. He gets up so smooth. I mean, there's no panic on him, no rush, just gets up, fires at the first, inning over. Baraki hugged him in the dugout. I'm surprised Heaney didn't hug him as well. But yeah,
yeah,
Hayes, man, the defense was good today overall. There wasn't
yeah.
what we've come to see this year where people are booting balls and whatnot. But Hayes is so smooth. He's so solid over there.
Yeah, no, Hayes flashing the leather. I mean, you love to see it every time out, right? Anytime he does anything, Greg Brown's going to go crazy. But no, so going back to the defense, like I saw IKF as a difference maker in this game. Like we get on his defense, but he made a lot of plays at short. Some balls, maybe he was just lined up in the right spot and he got balls lasered at him and he caught him, but he was making those plays.
Yeah, you turn that double play.
Yeah, that was a nice double play.
The double play tandem that we all thought of in the offseason, IKF to Frazier to Valdez. like that's the double. That's the recipe right there.
Right.
But yeah, hey, look, we've said it about his arm this year and stuff, but credit is where credit due. He looked good today in the field. Hayes obviously looked good. It was just a solid all around good game for the Pirates as far as pitching and defense goes. So we wish we'd have more of that with this team,
right?
But we'll take it here today. But yeah, he did great. And then that Borucki gets out of that 8th inning. Borucki comes in, actually starts the 9th inning. With the matchups and everything, lefty on lefty. So I was fine with that. Gets the out, and Santana comes in and finishes the game off, last 2 outs for the save. Cody, I mentioned. I send out the bullpen breakdown every morning. Yeah. I mentioned that this bullpen has kind of become like a model of efficiency lately for this team. It sure seems dope. Like, right, pretty dope. It sure seems like this bullpen and Derek Shelton has all of a sudden started to manage it very well. As soon as you took the temptation of Bednar and Holderman away from him, all of a sudden he's making the right moves. He's going with the right pitchers. They're pitching efficiently. Imagine that. You just had to send Bednar to AAA. You had to, throw Holderman on an IL stint, and suddenly there's no temptation for Shelton. And look at that. Now the bullpen looks great.
Right. It almost makes you think, like, was he putting guys out there based on their veteran presence on this team? Because, like, those are the 2 guys that have been in the bullpen the longest in his tenure, right? So is he just going based off the guys that he knew? And it's like, you can't do that. Like, you got to look at the numbers and be like, okay, I don't think he can do this right now. And even not looking at the numbers, just knowing that Bednar and Holderman didn't have it, like, you got to make the right choice. But you're right. Taking that temptation away has solidified this bullpen.
And as Miles said, hey, the bullpen is phenomenal when you only need 4 to 6 outs. That's true too. The starting pitching has been going, what is this, 4 straight games of 7 innings? So, or at least 7 innings. So when the starting pitching's going great and they're going deep into games, it's going to make your bullpen management a lot easier.
Actually, Ryan, correction, since Jim corrected me in the group chat, it's 6 innings. So.
Still, it's better than
Jim loves to do that to me. He loves
starting pitching where you're if a starting pitcher is only going like 4 innings, your bullpen gets wasted. So, but addition by subtraction, because we saw what Shelton talk all spring training about how he basically never said who his closer was. It seemed like we were going to go with more of a committee. The season starts, so you're thinking, okay, we'll go to Bednar, but we're going to have Santana in there, maybe Holderman, maybe Borucki. And then the season starts and it's all Bednar Holderman, and they're blowing games. So now without without them here, you got Borucki, you got Santana, you got Ferguson, who's looked well and efficient. Guys like Lawrence and Wentz have pitched well. So like everybody just seems to be pitching pretty good across the board in that bullpen and in the starting rotation. So, and look, I know Bednar has had some scoreless innings down in AAA. I know Holderman's on his way back from the IL. Just because they're back up here doesn't mean you have to go to them in high leverage, Shelton. You can go to other guys, maybe slowly get Bednar back into the swing of things, and go from there. So I don't want to see them all of a sudden be like, Bednar's our guy. He's back. He's in the 9th inning. So hopefully that's not the case.
That can't happen. Like going back, I think Neil brought it up one of these shows that we were on together, but he was like, you have to put Bednar in lower risk situations. He needs to come in like a 5th or 6th inning relief appearance for 1 inning. You can't just throw him into a 7th, 8th, 9th situation. That's not how you're going to get him back on track. And like you said, he's throwing well in AAA, but that's AAA. Those are AAA hitters. They're not major leaguers.
Yep. Yeah, so we'll see. Like I said, I think he's got like 4 scoreless outings down there.
Yeah, I think he's gone 5 innings scoreless. I think DiNardo put that out yesterday.
Yep. But like right now, Cody, the way this bullpen is looking and going to, and like you said, you don't need him for too many innings, but
Yeah.
I don't have that bullpen fear right now. Like, yes, the game was 1-0. It's the slimmest of margins. We're going to the bullpen here in the 8th and 9th inning. Like, I just don't have that. Oh God, it's Holderman.
Right.
We're gonna blow this. Like, no way they're gonna win. I didn't feel that today.
There was no worry in my mind. Like I usually, so a little look behind the curtain here. Usually when I think the game is about done, like I'm on here, like I'm waiting for Ryan, I'm waiting for whoever. I did that at the start of the 9th inning today. Usually I wait until there's 2 outs and I'm like hoping. I'm like, please don't screw this up. But when you don't have, like we said, the temptation, it's easy. You're like, we got this. We're gonna win, even with a 1-0 lead. So it's been a relief, if anything.
Right. Yeah, it is. It's like I said, I don't have that fear going to the bullpen on these games, and even games when the starter doesn't go 6 or 7. I mean, you have these long reliever options like Joey Wentz and stuff that we've seen go multiple innings, and in some of the extra inning games we've had this last couple weeks, these guys can go a couple innings. They've been fine. Like no one's getting blown up in that bullpen pretty much, besides the 2 guys that aren't here right now. Yeah. So it's been good. It's been fine. So that was good. No runs allowed. Cody, A+ by the Pirates pitching. We'll take it all the way around.
Exactly. And I think it's time to talk about the offense. The only real offense today. Oneil Cruz, back-to-back at bats with homers. I could be wrong, but I think both homers went the same distance also in the same spot.
Back-to-back swings.
Yes.
He had the grand
slam.
Was
back-to-back swing.
Yeah, he had grand slam last night. Comes out in this game, 0-1 pitch. So it's a leadoff home run. That was the only run scored this game.
Yeah.
Second pitch he sees from our old friend Trevor Williams, and he takes him deep. I mean, just a rocket. I think I saw it. I don't know. I don't kill me if this is wrong, but I thought someone said it was the longest home run he's hit at PNC Park.
I mean, I don't know offhand, but I don't think that's true. It could be.
Somebody tweeted it out. So if it wasn't correct, blame them. Don't blame me. But yeah, exit velo was like
really far.
114. Just an absolute cruise missile. Yeah, Cruz has been one of the guys, one of the few guys in this lineup that has just been. I mean, he's been so locked in, and he's stealing bases. He's hitting for power. He's holding his own against left-handers. He seems to be. I think Wireless Grape said it here in the comment. Breakout season ? He seems to be breaking out even more so than we've seen. So hopefully he keeps it up all season long. But yeah, man, he's so locked in. He's been great. I can't, besides you want to poke holes in his game, I guess some of the stuff at center, but at the plate, man, he looks so locked in.
But even there, I mean, he finally got a compliment from Greg Brown today playing center field.
It's always
good. He was like, oh, he had it all the way. It's like, yeah, Greg, I think he did. Like, I think he's all right out there. You keep, I'm going to digress there. But anyway, Cruz just seeing the ball phenomenally, if that's a word, just playing out of his mind. He's got 29 consecutive stolen bases without being caught.
That's absurd.
Yeah, the next, I think DiNardo put the graphic out, or at least he's going to. The next best guy there is Magnum from the Rays, the Pirate Killer, and he only has 7.
I wonder, like, what that record. I don't know, say record or what that stat is for all time. Like, who's got the most consecutive stolen bases without being caught?
I had to guess, it's Ricky.
Yeah, it's probably Henderson, but like, what's that number at?
How many? Yeah.
That's a wild stat to just not be caught for 20. What is it? 29, 26,
29,
29. Yeah. So that's wild. And like, Cruz is fast. Like you expect him, like, okay, he's going to steal some bases, but you're not really thinking like he's like a 50 stolen base kind of guy. And they've been letting him kind of run, at his own call there. And he's been stealing and no one's catching him. So, it's been great. I can't say enough good things about Cruz this year. There you go. At least one home run from Cruz in PNC, going 444 feet in Statcast. So, he also has a 462 one at PNC. So, yeah. Either way,
Shout out
that
our
home run
guy,
today,
Wireless
it was
Grapes.
long. It was a far hit ball.
It was a hard hit, far hit ball. That's all you can ask
Yeah.
for. Doesn't matter.
What did Jim say? He hit it hard and it went hard.
Yeah.
So, so Trevor Williams is on the mound, comes in with like a 7.3 ERA or something. Look, I love Trevor Williams. Am I a little surprised the dude's like still starting in the majors? A little bit, but like he's a veteran. Like he's he'll have his good outings and stuff. He came in with a bad ERA. Cruz launches that first one off of him, and you're thinking, okay, great. Like this is going to be a tee off on Trevor kind of day.
Right.
Him, Frazier, Kutch, like they're familiar with him. You're like, this is going to be good. Nope, that's the offense. That was the offense, Cody. One run, one home run from Cruz, and that was it. So Trevor got settled in. He managed to go 5. He had a higher pitch count, but he did get through 5. They had a chance in the 5th to kind of add to that lead.
Yeah, we had what? It was 2 guys on. I know IKF stole second. I think Frazier was on third. Yeah,
I think it was McCutchen, McCutchen. I think popped up.
Yeah, I was a little upset about that. It was right down the
because
middle.
I think
it was a changeup. So
Reynolds and Kutch were coming up with 1 out, and he struck out Reynolds, got Kutch to pop up. So you'd like to see some more runs off of Trevor Williams there. I think his opposing batting average coming in was like 370 today. So the Pirates didn't help that for sure for them. But yeah, it turns out we didn't need it. We did not need it, Cody. 1 run was enough. It's not going to hold up every game, but hey, we'll take it.
Held up today. That's all you can ask for, right?
Yep. Yeah, because I mean, Frazier had a hit, IKF had a hit, Bart had 1 for 4, and Valdez 1 for 4. Which Valdez, I think that was like his 4th hit of the series. So he's been he's got a little bit of bat to him.
Yeah, he's coming along. I'm not going to put any stock into Valdez, but I don't know. There's something about him. Like he could be a folk hero. Like I'm putting he's a prospect for Pittsburgh Pirates folk hero. He might go on that list. I can see it in him. I see it in his eyes. He's going to do something this year. We're going to love him for it.
It honestly doesn't. It's not going to take much with the way this offense is. Like if he just hits a little bit and holds the position down, people will love him. I mean, look at Rowdy in June last year. People were loving Rowdy even after he had the 2 worst months like ever.
Right. Yeah.
So it doesn't take much. Like the Pirate fans want to love somebody in this offense. They want somebody driving and runs. So like it doesn't take much. So maybe he could be that guy. Maybe him or Canario, but I don't know.
I don't think Canario. I don't think Canario's going to last.
You're not
long
too high
on this team.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Jim's talked about it with Canario. Like, sure, he's got the power, but he strikes out like almost 50% of the time. So
when he gets a hold of one, it can go far, but he don't get a hold of it too often. So
exactly. Anything else here, Ryan? I mean, I hate to say it, but these day games, they love to be boring, but at least we won, right?
Hey, it was boring. We won sandwiches, and it was a quick game too. I think it was like just a little over 220 or something was the time.
Yeah, I actually have time to make dinner before I get ready for work. So
that's a beautiful thing.
Last week, we went 13 innings, and I was like, I need to leave.
Like I gotta go. We gotta hurry this game up. But no, this was a nice, quick 1-0 victory. You can't ask for much more on that. I did want to bring up one little thing, Cody. Just what happened last night with the fireworks sort of at the end of the game.
Oh yeah.
When Lopez threw at McCutchen. A lot of people on our Discord and Twitter were looking for the Pirates to go after a national player today. Obviously it didn't happen. Hey, I always thought the best form of retaliation was winning, was beating the other team. So I'm fine with that. Did you have any, I don't know, how old school are you, Cody? Were you sitting there like, we got to hit somebody now?
No, the way I see it is even if it was retaliation, it was done at that, because Cruz hit the home run, and it may have been warranted because of what Keller did to I don't even know the guy's name. I feel bad. Oh, DeYoung. Like, maybe it's warranted. Granted, I don't think Keller did that on purpose, but if the Nationals want to be old school, let them be old school. Just go out and beat them, and that's what they did. So I'm more or less in the same camp as you. That like the best way to get back at them is to beat them, and they did it.
Right. Yeah, you don't need, I don't know what if they warned dugouts or something before the game.
Yeah.
The broadcast didn't mention that, so who knows? But
No.
you start getting into that, and they start throwing guys out. Who knows? So Lopez got suspended. Their manager got suspended for a game. So you just leave it at that and win the game, and they did today. So yeah, we'll take it. And
I did have a lot of people a lot of my friends from the New York, New Jersey area text me about Lopez after that game. And they're like, this dude's a crybaby, screw him, blah, blah, blah. Because he was with the Mets last year before he went to the Cubs, and he threw his glove into the stands because he didn't like what was happening, didn't like that he got pulled or whatever. So the consensus around Lopez, I feel, around the league is, how does he keep getting chances? I mean, if the dude can pitch, he can pitch, but I don't think that's the case. I think he's just been bad. So,
but if you want to, we'll let everybody get a couple minutes here get their raise it's in. Hashtag raise it, get you in the sandwich drawing we're doing here in a couple minutes. But I just wanted to bring it up because, there's a lot of people on Twitter and our Discord, a lot of fans that are old school mentality that says you have to retaliate, and like they were expecting, us to go back at them today, and it's just, I never was in that camp, and it's just, but I know a lot of people were talking about it, and I wasn't expecting them to do anything, and they didn't. So, but they won the game, and that's my favorite kind of payback. So.
Yeah, no, and I think the best thing that could come out of it, and I think it was talked about last night by Jim and DiNardo, is that they can, this will spark something. It sparks something this team to continue to win and succeed, and they showed each other, they had each other's backs. I mean, I think we all wanted to see Tommy Pham throw some punches last night, but
right,
it didn't happen. Maybe another time.
That's what I was saying. Like, I ain't clearing the bench when the other team's got Tommy Pham hanging around.
Right.
Like, that just seems like a very poor decision. And I'm surprised Pham didn't start swinging. But
right. And then another thing that I saw, I think it was Trevor Plouffe. He's on, the John Boy podcast or whatever. He was talking to Chris Rose about the whole thing. And he was like, what he didn't understand was, why was Lopez walking towards McCutchen? Like, that's a no-no. Like, even if he was saying, I'm sorry, the move is to stand on the mound and, like, you can look at him and give him a nod like, hey, my bad. But don't walk towards him. Like, that's antagonizing, It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, he walked towards him to say something. That's what happened.
Exactly. I don't think he was apologizing. I think he was trying to you saw, if you can read lips, you saw he said, you're soft.
Right. Yeah. So that's why he was walking towards him.
Exactly.
He wanted to start some crap. So yeah, go figure. But hey, you took 3 or 4 from the Nationals. That's your payback. And
you beat the teams that you're supposed to beat, right? You take the series from the teams you're supposed to take them from. So without further ado, Ryan, we're almost 30 minutes into here. How about we give away some sandwiches? Everybody get those hashtag raise-its in for your chance to win 4 Primanti Brothers sandwiches, 2 per winner. Let me get this up here real quick.
Yeah, and while you're doing that, I'll just tell everyone to like the video, subscribe, hit the bell so you get the notifications. As Matt says here, people who don't like the video walk to school by themselves. So don't be that guy. Go like the video, help us out. We love you guys and love the support, so we appreciate it. But look at this, 120 entries, Cody.
120. Let's see if we can get at least 5 more. We already got 2 more. Come on, 3 more people. We need 3 more hashtag raise-its. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's all we get. 122. Let's see who the first winner is. Mark Smithers. Congrats, Mark. Let's do our
Congrats,
second
Mark.
one.
Number 2. That's right. Don't clear it.
Don't clear it. I ain't going to make that mistake twice. And Braden Stevenson. Congrats, guys. Reach out to us at whichever social media you prefer, or you can email us. We will be getting those sandwiches to you via the Primanti Brothers app. So you'll have to send us your email, and we'll get you set up with the app, and we will put those sandwiches on your account almost immediately.
Yep. Yeah, email us northshore9@gmail.com. We'll get that set up for you guys. I don't know, two new winners, it seems like. I don't.
Yeah, those are two names I haven't seen, so I love to see that. I love to see new people winning sandwiches, spreading the greatness that is Primanti Brothers.
That's right.
Sandwiches.
That's right. Because look, Primanti's they went with us to double these sandwiches this year. When the Pirates weren't winning any games early on,
right?
We want to double it, so let's get those wins going. So we got to give them out.
They said we need to get more people Primanti Brothers sandwiches, and if the Pirates won't do it, we'll do it ourselves. Right. That's what they said. We have the email.
That's right. So, but hey, Cody, good afternoon win, quick game,
great stuff.
And 3 out of 4 against the Nationals with the Guardians coming in.
Yep, we got the Guards coming in. I think they got the Paul Skeens Rookie of the Year bobblehead.
Yeah, the legless one.
Very controversial.
I don't get it. I mean, I get it, but I don't
get it. I don't mind it. I've stayed quiet on this front, but I don't mind it. I think it's cool. I think it's great. I just love bobbleheads.
I mean, it'll be different. That's for sure. I guess that's what they're searching for there. It looks like the card.
You got to innovate.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we got the tailgate coming up. Tailgate will be, what is that? May 24th.
Yep.
Memorial Day weekend.
Against the Brewers, the Brew Crew.
Brew Crew's in town. I think we did that game specifically so everybody could get the Derek Shelton cutoff hoodies. I think that's the big giveaway that weekend. I could be wrong, but
is that the giveaway?
I remember.
I didn't know that.
I remember Jim being very excited about those. So I'm assuming that's what the giveaway is that weekend. Make sure you RSVP. I believe the link is in the bio of this video on YouTube. If I'm wrong, sorry. It'll be there eventually. And it's not hard to find. Just go to northshore9.com. I'm sure it's up there. I believe the guys are doing NS9 Live tonight. I've been wrong on this front before, but if someone could confirm.
I believe it's tonight, yeah.
All right, I didn't get it wrong this time.
In tomorrow's game, so we just faced Trevor Williams. Tomorrow we face Luis Ortiz. So
we do, and
former Buccos.
I picked up Luis Ortiz in my fantasy lineup for tomorrow.
I mean, I can't hate it. It's the Pirates lineup. So
I had to make a change. Aaron Nola.
Didn't he strike out like 10 last time out?
He did. He had a great outing.
Yep. So I would also pick him up against this lineup. So I don't blame you there.
And we have the confirmation from DiNardo. There will be NS9 Live tonight, so check that out. The trio of DiNardo, Jim, and Tyler. Any other things that we need to address? I don't think.
I know. I think we're good.
All righty. Well, thank you guys for hopping in, talking about the Bucks, talking about a win, and winning some sandwiches. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.
Peace.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in. Whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube, if you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucks.